What's up, everybody? I hope everybody's doing okay today. This is Michah'El from YHWH Games, working on some Orbis Games stuff today, listening to one of my favorite soundtracks from Halo. Just making sure my levels are good, making sure you guys can hear me okay. And I believe I'm in frame just fine. Alright, so let's get going. So what we're going to deal with today is CAT, Complete Animation Tools. And of course this is not a CAT. Complete Animation Tools is what we call this skeletal system. I'm not going to go over the 101 basics right now, but I am going to go over how to transfer animation from one rig to another. So as you can see, this is a horse, and I have this tack pack that's rigged to this character. All right, and what I mean by that is tack pack is this saddle, bridle, stirrups, and seat. And typically in equestrian or any type of horseback riding, right, they call this a tack set, and I'm calling it a tack pack because it's just quick syllables here. We have two blankets that are on this guy too, so everything's skinned pretty well. I'm pretty happy with it for the most part. You know, everything could always be better, but we're just going to let it go, and we got to get animation from this over here. This horse is grazing. Nom 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 nom. Okay, we got to take this animation and put it in the other character. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that today. And in a separate video, basically what I'm going to do is after I'm done with this, I'm going to pause it and open a max file up for a biped character and transfer animation from one to another. Okay, so currently we're going to take this object here. This is the root object, but it's not really considered a bone inside of CAT. And there's two ways to deal with saving stuff, saving information from this. Do not go to the modify panel. Do not use the modify panel to do this. There is a save and a load button. This is having to do with structures. This is not even a figure mode. This is a structure. So don't save the structure. Like if you go save it, it's going to say Cat 3 rig preset. Well, we're not using this. This is not what we want. We want a clip file. So we have to go to the motion panel. Okay, so make sure that you go to the motion panel and you come over here. And I'm going to make sure I get my right folder. Make sure this is the right. There we go. I'm just going to copy this in here. Check my levels too, because that kind of escalated. Let's bring the music down a little bit. Sorry about that. All right. Beautiful music. All right, so if we go to clip, you know, and we're going to hit save, and it's going to give us a default window, so we're just going to hit Control V, okay. And so I'm going to call this horse at anim underscore graze left. I more than likely did this already, so I'm going to go ahead and graze left here. I'm just going to go overwrite this file just to show you. So overwrite it, and I'm going to hit save. Now, what's really cool about this is, as you can see, there's a section in here that says save entire layer stack. I can uncheck it and do start and end basically off of these stacks. I can change it up here. Sorry, my phone went off. And must be sitting on it. Okay, we'll get it later. So I can save that, uncheck this, switch out which layer I want to collapse. I can rename these layers and then, you know, hit save if I want. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit save. And then it's going to take a second. Allow it to take a second. It's saving animation from every single bone. And no, it's not baking it. It's just saving whatever keyframes were on there. Just give it a minute. And then when this is done, we're going to go load it into the other file. As you can see, this horse does not have any tack equipment on the horse. Yes, we're going to keep it everything the same. Thank you. Excuse me. I'm not editing this video on purpose during this part. I want you guys to understand that this is normal. Now I'm using an external hard drive as well to save this onto.
Hey, does anyone have a charger? We're dying.
Yeah, just down here.
I'm dying.
Hopefully it didn't crash. Alright, let's let it ride. Let's check my phone while that's happening. Okay, that's why it's all done. So let's go switch over to the other max file. So I have one max file already open, prepared. Okay, so I'm going to select the same file, make sure I'm in the motion panel. I'm going to hit open. I don't see, oh, it did open to the right location. That's good. So I'll do, date modified. It's the newest one I just saved, and there it is, Gray's left. So now if I hit open and I hit load, what it's going to do is it's going to load in all of the animation, but it's not going to change my stirrups, and it's not going to change my bridle. The bridle and stirrups have extra bones. It has extra animation on it. It's only going to save cat stuff. Now I did load it like this on purpose because I wanted you guys to show, wanted you to see what actually happened if you try loading it right away. Okay, it basically screws everything up, and we don't want to do that. And the reason why it happened, and he's also standing like extra tall and stuff, because we have animation in this character already. All right, so don't do it like that. So what you're going to do is when you open your file, okay, and you select a bone, it doesn't matter what bone, or you select the root object, you want to delete the animation out. Okay, so now we're back to the bind pose. The play button is turned off. I'm just bind. Okay, I'm just at bind. So now when I hit open, and then when I load my character in, or my animation, it's just going to take a second, and everything should load up properly, because there was no animation to begin with inside this stack. Okay. All right, and there it is. So now if I hit play, oh, the character's laying down again. Now that's not good. I was not anticipating that to happen. Let's see what's going on here. Wonder if it has anything to do with the previous file. See, this is good for you guys to see. There's real-time issues that happen all the time. Because if I go one frame, go to my end frame. So frame 1 and frame 0 are not the same. And it did look like it baked everything out. I can tell you that the reason why it baked is because I think she baked, previous artists baked everything. Yeah, she baked it all. So, making sure my frame 0 is good. Oh, and now my frame 0 is good. So I opened the track all the way up to, that's so strange. I don't know why it does that, but sometimes it does that. Max is funky like that sometimes. It's frame 0, frame 240 is the same frame. Now the reason why it's popping, it's the bridle, that's the problem. It's not the horse. Where is it, the horse? No, a horse is not the problem. Cool, okay, it's just bridle. So, it is working. Whatever, Max. But yeah, the horse is not laying down on the side, and I didn't do anything. All I did is look at the old file and look at the new file, open up the frame range. So let's just hit play and see how it looks. Okay, the bit's working. The reins are working. The reins are clipping through, but I anticipated that to happen, So let me go ahead and select the bones here. So now essentially what I'm going to do at this point is I have to clean up the animation, and that's pretty normal. So just go ahead and delete these keyframes out, and then I can move them. All right, but we also don't have a character in here too. It's essentially a different lesson, and it's an animation lesson. But
Hey, does anyone have a charger? We're
excuse me,
dying.
I'm sorry.
Down here.
So, you know, quick rundown once again. Select the root bone from your original file, the file that has the animation that you want. Make sure in your motion panel, go to clip, hit the save button, save it to the location that you want it to be in. Okay, you know, hit save, name your file, and then you come into the file that you want to use. Select the object again. You don't necessarily want to select a bone, because if you select a bone to load, as you can see, there's no clip manager inside of here. You want to select this object, okay, and then you hit open, and then you load your file in, but make sure there's no animation inside your file, okay? And that's pretty much it. And that's the long and the short of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll be back in a minute to show you guys how to deal with the same kind of stuff inside a biped.